welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here showing you everything that I loved in the month of November. I've got actually 3 different eyeshadows to show you, which is kind of unheard of, and a 4th product that I've been using as an eyeshadow. So if you enjoy this type of video, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. Let's start out with what's on my lips. I am wearing the ColourPop BFF3 lip liner, but over it I put this Laura Mercier Petal Soft lipstick crayon in the shade Adele. I have been loving this so much. It's funny because I actually did a lip swatch video of these, I'll link it below on Instagram, and I kind of didn't really feel any type of way about these. I don't know, they just didn't blow me away right on application, but I did end up using this in another video, just sort of testing it out, and the color, the way it looks on my lips, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love it on its own. Today was my first time trying it with a lip liner. And I tend to do like a lip liner, a rosy lip, like liquid lipstick, and then like a peachy or a coral shade in between. And I feel like I've kind of accomplished that with just a lip liner and just this. So I don't know, these are interesting. If you're looking for something with like a little bit of color, comfortable, they're kind of like a matte crayon, but not super, super pigmented. I wouldn't say they're incredibly hydrating, but nice wear time, and good like natural flush on the cheek, on the lips. Also on my lips this month, I loved this, and I love shaking it. The Urban Decay liquid lip color. I picked this up during the Sephora sale, and this one is in the shade Once Strangers, and as I kind of predicted, and I'm really happy that it is very similar to the Maybelline Vinyl Ink lipsticks, which I love, and there's no shade like this in here. So I'd say the biggest difference between these and the Maybelline Vinyl Inks is the both of them you're ending up with like a pretty fully pigmented, glossy, long wearing lip color. This one feels a little bit thinner, maybe not as, the textures are just slightly different, but they're both great lipsticks, and I'm really happy with this shade. It's like a deep, hot chocolatey brown, and it does have a good gloss factor and great wear time, so really, really liking those. It's funny because I always hated like glossy, highly pigmented things, but it's going to stay on my lips and that kind of changes everything. So I also fell in love with this mascara this month. I've yet to try, or this is my first time trying anything from this brand, from Uma Beauty. Or Uma Beauty, I believe. I googled it the other day, the pronunciation. But anyways, the Drama Bomb Extreme Volume Nourishing Mascara. I got so many messages when I was wearing this more recently. It was like, are you wearing falsies? What's on your lashes? It has been this. Now, if you're very anti-clump, anti-volume, and that makes you really annoyed and whatever, don't get it. Don't get it, because it definitely has a tendency to clump. If anything, I want to buy like one of those mascara brushes to be able to use in addition to this, because I'll take the clump. And it's nothing that's bad. I'm just sort of saying that like if you're very clump averse, I prefer to be like borderline on the clump because I love tons of volume. Super black, matte black, really great wear on this. Love it so much, and available at Shoppers Drug Mart now, which is exciting. Actually, my whole kind of eye look is what I wanted to talk to you about. I'll link my Get Ready With Me that I did on Instagram down below. But I was kind of talking about this eye look, how I get so many compliments when I wear it. A big part of it is this bronzer. I've been wearing it on my eyes. I think I might have mentioned this in a recent favorites, but I'm going to mention it again because I've been using it non-stop. I love it as a bronzer, but I love it as an eyeshadow even more. There's something about the shade of this. It's the Haus Labs Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer in Medium Level 6. Something about this shade really makes my eyes pop. And it's not that I don't like my eyes or anything like that, but I just kind of felt indifferent about them. But there's something about when I wear, and I'm not wearing the Drama Bomb mascara right now, but the Drama Bomb plus that bronzer plus this liner and this other liner that I'm about to show you, my favorite eye look right now. So I have 2 of them. One was a mini, I think from a holiday set, but the Benefit Roller Liner, one of my favorite eyeliners. This one and the Too Faced Better Than Sex are pretty much the ones that I reach for consistently. I love the pen style. I find it easy to work with, good wear time, but easy to work with is the key. And then if you can see, I've got these little 4 dots around my eyes. My friend Aisha does it. I've talked about this before. It looks so good on her, and I wanted to do it, and I was like, do I have a white liner? And I realized Makeup Forever had sent this to me. So this is the Artist Resist Color Ink in the shade Matte Snow. I'm sure there's other brands that have like liquidy white liners if you want to try these dots, but there's something about these dots that make your eyes pop. They're like add a little bit of interest. It's not obvious unless you're kind of talking to me or like looking directly at me, and there's something about it that just looks so pretty to me. But I've realized, because I tried to do it today without the winged liner, it doesn't really hit the same. I think Aisha does it without winged liner, but she's the most stunning person I've ever met in my life. But either way, I've been kind of having fun experimenting with this. Not new to makeup at all, but new to me, being used consistently in my routine, is the MAC Fix Plus. Now, love the way this feels. I like using it on the kind of in-between steps of my makeup or right after to make it look a little more hydrated, make it all meld together. In my opinion, this is not a setting spray. I would call it like a finishing spray or like a hydrating, dewifying, skin-like-ifying spray. I'm not putting this on my face to help with longevity. That I'm looking for an all-nighter, Charlotte Tilbury, flawless finish, whatever, setting spray. That to me is what I'm looking for longevity. This is what just makes my makeup look better, in my opinion. So really impressed with that. I've used it many times, but God, I just shot a lip swatch video of these Clinique glosses, if that's up. And I feel like I was using a towel to wipe away the lipsticks, and I have little hairs on my lips. Anyways, oh, I actually only have 2 eyeshadows. I lied to you. The other one was the House Labs. But the other 2 eyeshadows I want to talk to you about, the first is from Charlotte Tilbury, the Pillow Talk Luxury Palette of Pops. If you remember my luxury makeup haul when I went to Holt, Renfrew, and spent like $1,200, whoops, on makeup, I picked this up because the woman at the Charlotte Tilbury counter was wearing like what looked like sheer kind of glittery with like pops of hot pink glitter. And I was like, what is on your lids, ma'am? I must purchase it. And she was like, oh, it's this. And I brought it home and I'm convinced she lied to me. And it's okay. It's okay. But I've been trying all the different shades and I've been wearing this shade a lot in the corner. Just this alone on my eyes. And you know, the hurt and the pain has started to subside of her betrayal of me, but there's something about this shade. It's got burgundy, kind of brown, bronzy vibes with like the pink shimmers in there that I was looking for. Really, really pretty. And then also in trying to seek a sheer but with pink sparkles eyeshadow, I've been using this, again, just a single eyeshadow out of this palette. I wish NARS would release these palettes and let them stay around. This is the Afterglow palette, and the shade that I've been using, let me try and dissect, is in the shade Push It, which is this one right here. And it is like, again, a peachy kind of golden base with hot pink running through it. That's it right there. And that's another shade I've been using on my eyes lately. So I've been playing around a lot with eyeshadow. Like I guess it kind of depends on where you're watching me, but on the day-to-day I don't tend to wear a lot of eyeshadow, but I've kind of been wanting to. My friend Jess wears it almost every day. She'll wear like kind of like a rosy rose gold shade. It really makes her eyes pop. She's got green eyes, like strawberry blonde hair. So I've been trying to find my like shades to make my eyes pop, and I think all 3 of these have been really gorgeous. So if you'd like a video on eyeshadows that make brown eyes pop a little bit, let me know. Then for skin, it's been a pretty good month for my skin. I'm still doing the retinol that I talked about in my last favorites, and I have some breakouts because of that. But because of the retinol and because Paula's Choice sent it to me and I want to try it, this is the Ultra Gentle Cleanser. It cleanses without disrupting the skin barrier, leaves skin feeling soft and hydrated. I really like this. See, see? It's a weird way to start that sentence. I normally don't talk like that. Anyways, I started using the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, and I found that to be almost like rubbing a moisturizer on my face. Like, it felt hydrating, but it didn't feel like it was cleaning. Like, it didn't have the good balance. So this kind of does exactly what I wanted that to do. There's also a moisturizer in this line that I've really been liking on the thicker side. But yeah, so far enjoying that. And then also a moisturizer that I've been loving is from Shiseido. Their skincare is really nice. I've only tried really limited things from them. Like, I love obviously the luxury cotton pads. I love their foundation. I love their concealer. I've tried some skincare on and off, but this is the first that I've really been more consistent with. And this is the Hydrating Cream Hyaluronic Acid. It says you can use it morning and night. Beautiful, like heavy, sturdy, stunning Shiseido packaging. But I just find this to be such a good moisturizer. Truly super hydrating. I use this day. I use it night. It definitely is a little bit, if you have an oilier skin type, you might only want to use it at night, but I don't know, like, I don't find it to be, it's not like a thick cream, but it's also not a gel cream. And it has just enough like weight to it that makes your skin feel more hydrated, more plump, look that way, feel that way, probably be that way, hopefully. And always best practice when using products that have hyaluronic acid in it, you're putting like a little bit of, if you have a little moisture on your face, it helps to actually lock it all kind of in. just the beauty of it. And then for my hair, I was really excited when Maui Moisture sent this my way because first of all, I really like Maui Moisture, but if you follow me along, I've been really struggling with my hair the past year / every year of my life, but even more so lately. But they sent along this castor and neem oil strength and length line, which is exactly kind of what I'm needing for my hair right now. And I've heard great things about neem oil for your hair. So it's for damaged and transitioning curls, sulfate free, and something very cool about Maui Moisture, if you're not familiar, is they actually use aloe vera as their base instead of water, which is cool. So when you look at the ingredient list, the first thing is aloe barbadensis leaf juice. Leaf juice, number one, instead of earth juice, aka water. But really love it. I've only used it a couple times. It does have a bit of a stronger scent, which I think is the neem oil, but I kind of like it. It smells good, herbally, that kind of vibe. And readily available, which we love, because I feel like a couple of the curly hair things I've mentioned lately have been like salon exclusives, but this you can find pretty much anywhere. That is everything for me. Let me know down below what you are loving this month, and as always, if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!